got this 1975 Murphy's 20-inch push mower. Now, I don't have a whole lot of information. I'm guessing this is probably a hardware store name or something back in the 70s. If anybody knows if this is true or not, please leave a comment down below. I'd kind of like to know. As I was saying, you look right here on the code. See if I can get you guys in there. Yeah, there's a 7.5 there, so that confirms it's a 75. And you know, the motor is white, and a lot of these motors were white back in the 70s. But as you can see, this one here has been sitting for a while. We dragged this thing out of a shed, and I honestly couldn't tell you when the last time this thing was running or not, but as much dust is on there, it was worse than this where it sat outside in the rain before we brought it in the shop. I'd say it's been there for a while, but as you can see here, the motor, she turns over. She's not set up, so that's a good thing. This got the features of 3-horse Briggs & Stratton. Now, as you can see right here, this has got the high performance wheel here. If you want to set this thing up for NASCAR, you want it to turn left, well, okay, we can do that. Or I guess if you want it to turn right, we can go the other way with it. Whatever your pleasure is. So we're going to get this fella up and see about getting this thing running again. All right, well, let's see what we got here. Let's see if this fella's got some spark or not. I got me a new microphone, so hopefully this microphone works out and you guys can hear me a little bit better. But yeah, we'll see if this thing's got some spark here or not. I doubt it does, but I'll let you know here in a minute. Nope, the old glow plug's not lighting up on it. I was not a bit surprised on that, so we'll proceed further. We'll get this air breather off here and get this blower shroud off here and go from there. As soon as we get this one up and going, this could be going up there for sale too. And so yeah, my ground's not on, so that wasn't the issue. No, she ain't got no spark, so we'll pull this off here and clean the points up, and we'll hope for the best. Take a quick look here. Yeah. Gas tank don't look awful in it. Ain't got no gas in it. Get this blower shroud off here and see if we got any squirrel gerbils under there. Nah, we don't. That honestly surprises me. Some more rodents, they like to get up under there. Well, sure is a leaf under there, but that's not no big problem. We'll go ahead and proceed and get this off here and check the points on this thing. Clean those up. Get my handy dandy starter clutch tool remover on there. Just like so. Shoot a little bit of PV blaster on there. Now it's got to pop this flywheel off. And did I get it? Hey, how about that? I didn't even have to hit it with my brass hammer and she popped loose. Alrighty. Well, I see the big problem with it right now. Well, I'll bring you guys down there. You can check it out for yourself. Now, that's got a pretty massive gap on there right now for your points. See, I'm looking for 20 thousandths, and there's a lot more on there that I can honestly tell you that. There we go. Yeah, as you can see, that thing is plunger's opening and closing those breaker points, but clean these up and see if we can make something happen. Now I'm just taking a piece of 180 grit sandpaper, just going to scuff these up a little bit. Points are definitely on the dirty side. I'll say that for sure. Yeah, I know they make a points file for doing this, but, and you know, I has a couple of them, but I just can't keep up with those things. They're here 1 minute and gone the next. They're faster than I am. All right, go get me a feeler gauges and we'll reset these fellas. Now, I'm really hoping that this is going to work and these points will work, because if the points are bad and I got to replace these, I'm not going to put points back in this. I'm going to go with a electronic. You know, if I'm going to spend the money for that, might as well use the electronic and upgrade it. I want to clean those just a little bit more. They're just not quite to my standards yet. All right, that's a little bit better. Make sure we're open on that cam. All right. Well, I honestly wouldn't believe it, but you know, those feel pretty good at 20 thousandths. I honestly thought that gap looked bigger than what it was, but yeah, maybe not. We'll just close it up just a little bit, if we can. Just for good measure. All right. Sometimes these points can be kind of touchy. See, now that's too tight now. Well, maybe I should have left the balloon. We'll get it. Try that. That don't feel too bad there. I think we'll roll with that. All right, now we gotta see if we got some spark here or not. Put all this back down here for now. That one, we got a flyaway key there. Yep, we're good there. Just like that. I'm really hoping this is going to work, because if this don't, we got to order us a coil. Well, then we got to wait. There we go. because I was going to have to order one of those. Well, put this back down here. See if there's a lighter not on here. Okay, what's the deal here? There we go. Hey, all right. Well, we got spark again. Hey, I want to show you guys that. You guys can be my verifiers and you can verify for yourself. We got spark now. I guess I should have showed you in the first place. We didn't, but I guess I can honestly tell you, why would I go through and do all this work if we did have spark? There we go. Well, wait a minute here. I had spark a minute, now where'd it go? Try that again. There we go. All right, now you all see we got spark. Nah. All right. Well, that being said, we'll go ahead and put this back together. Tell you all what, go through the next bullet run we do. I know I've done this before. I've showed you before where we didn't have spark, but I guess I kind of forgot to show you that on this one. I'll make an effort in the next video we do to show you again. We don't have spark before we get going. How's that sound, everyone? Now, we gotta see if we got any oil down there in this thing. Probably not. Well, let's take a look. Well, let's go get my old magic light. Yeah, she's real low on oil. As you can see there, she's low. So we better top that off. But before I do that, I just want to go ahead and pull this spark plug out of here. And spray some PB Blaster down in that cylinder. Roll this thing over so it's got some kind of lubrication in there. That way we're not starting this guy up on some dry rings, you know what I'm saying? There we go. Just kind of roll that over a little bit in there. Some lubrication in those rings. All right. Well, I'll go over there and get some oil put in this thing. I'll see what I got on the shelf right now. Let's put in here, get it running for now. Well, I've used this a lot in my other videos. The oil flavor of the day is going to be Conoco 10W30 Synthetic Blend. Put a multi-viscosity weight oil in there. It's a little bit thinner to help clean it up once we get it running and build some heat in it. And then we'll suck all that oil out of there and we'll put some fresh oil in it. This is the worst part right here. Just waiting while I fill this up, right? You know, I'm going to be a couple minutes doing this, y'all, so if you want to pause this a second or hang on a second, go get yourself something cold to drink, that don't sound like a bad idea. See, I just got to wait till I get this thing running so I can have myself a drink. Alrighty. That'll be enough oil. Get her up and get her started. Now, remember that BF Goodrich we got running? That one actually surprised me how that thing, I had to play with it a little bit, you know. I'll put if you haven't seen that video, you're just tuning here for the first time, I'll put that link up the end of this video, and you saw I just kind of played with that, and I got the pump so it'd start picking up again after all those years. That was quite amazing on that. Wouldn't that be something if this one did the same thing? But, you see, I just got to do something right now, though, before we even fire this guy up. And I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this fellow out here real quick. And I'm going to wash all, well, I'm just going to take and blow all this stuff out of here, all that dirt and grass. I don't really want to get her wet. This will keep it cool once we get her started. All right, I feel much better about cleaning that off here before we fire this thing up. See this little breather hose here? This guy came undone there, so we'll quick plug that fella back in. Put our blower shroud back on now. I want to take and put a little bit of PB Blaster down inside this starter clutch here. So it's got a little bit of lubrication. She don't squeal at us when we first start it. There's nothing more annoying than that. All right. Well, we'll take we'll see about getting this thing started up here. We'll hit it with a little bit of laughing gas first, and if we have some success with that, then we can take and work on, see if we can get this fellow to run on gasoline. I tell you, it's really quite amazing how popular this is getting right now. People picking up these old push mowers here and restoring them, you know. Well, I can honestly tell you this, they're a lot cheaper to do than what a garden tractor is, or a farm tractor is. I honestly will say that. Yeah, I started out restoring push mowers back in the day, and you know, if you're just starting out in this small engine hobby and doing restoration work, I always say start out with something small and just kind of go from there. All right, well, let's hit her with some laughing gas and see if she'll talk to us or not. Well, how about that, y'all? She's gonna run. Well, before we get carried away any further, let's go ahead and I want to make sure I get some of that crap out of the gas that's in there. Y'all remember one of my last videos of my old turkey baster trick right here I used for getting this old fuel out? Any of y'all out there and go out and get yourself one yet? Well, as you can see, they work real well. All right. Now, we'll take this thing out here in the shop so we don't stink the shop up here. Alrighty, we'll give her a go here. She's gonna smoke like crazy here at first from sitting, but I got my can here in case I got to give her some juice here to see if we can nurse this pump along. But let's give her a shot here. Might help if I turn the throttle on. Well, let's get a little laughing gas to put in there to help it out, because I'm sure the compression is down on it from sitting. Come on, baby. Try and build a little compression. Whoops. Come on, got the little engine that could here. Yeah, ain't that something there? I gotta say, she don't sound too bad sitting here running. Motor does sound really good on it, I'll say that. So, yeah, I'm quite impressed. Alrighty, that was a win for us. How about that? This was definitely one of our easier willet runs we've had in a while. Now, I've always said, you know, it's hard to kill these old Briggs & Stratton engines here, especially these old 3-horses here. This are really a well-built engine, you know, back in the day. These are so much better than some of that new stuff they're coming out with. So, but anyway, I appreciate y'all stopping by here and checking this out. I appreciate every one of you. Please feel free to leave a like or a comment down below, you know, so I know you're enjoying this kind of content we're doing here on the channel. I say we got so much more content coming. We got a lot of old stuff out back that we've been digging out of barns and sheds and getting from auctions. You know, we're going to get up and get running for you guys. And you know, if you're new here, just stopping by, feel free to check out our playlist. We got some little runs on stuff like this, some vintage garden tractors. We got a couple things on there we restored, and we got some farm-all tractors we've done some work on, and as well we got a Ford tractor we've been working on. We've got so much more coming, everybody. So I'll leave a couple video links up here at the end here you can check out for some of that stuff I mentioned here. And until next time, we'll see you in our next video. Take care, everyone.